The blacksmith is a feature that you unlock when you reach level 90. And it's actually a very simple concept, but the decision making is actually a bit more complex. So today I will be answering a few questions. Is it worth it to put a socket upgrade and swap runes? And also the question that most people have, when should I start upgrading my gear and at how many upgrades should I stop? Or well, I won't be giving a clear answer to that, but this guy will. Okay, so the blacksmith can be found by either double clicking in the weapon shop or by literally going in the city over here, and next to the weapon shop you can see the blacksmith. In the blacksmith you will be using two resources, the metal and the arcane splinters. You can get metal and arcane splinters by a few methods actually. You can either dismantle items, preferably epics, because they actually give arcane splinters and metal as well, while the common items actually only give metal, and sometimes they can also give a few arcane splinters, but it's nothing really special. So yeah, mostly you actually want to only dismantle epics. You can also get arcane splinters from the dice game of the gambler, Dr. Abagugu's Wheel, the daily calendar, and when there's the Forge Friendship Festival going on, you can actually also get them through questing. But now that you know how to obtain metal and arcane splinters, let's take a look in the socket upgrades and the rune swaps. Okay, so as you can see over here, you can actually put a socket upgrade for either the 2 blacksmith resources or 25 mushrooms. You should never actually spend arcane splinters to put a gem socket in any item, and this feature is kind of only for the pay to win players. So if you want a socket, it is only recommended to use mushrooms from it, but as you can see it's actually quite expensive, so only do it if you are extremely pay to win. And about the rune shop, as you can also see, it costs 20 mushrooms, which is a lot for a free to play or a Nico player. So yeah, this is another feature only for the pay to win players, but it will actually help you find items in the late game a lot easier. But anyways, now that we're done with that, it's time to take a look in the upgrade section. As you can see over here, you actually spent metal and arcane splinters to upgrade the items. But you actually don't lose all of the resources, because once you upgrade the item, some of the resources that you used will actually go in their sell value and in their dismantle value. Like I said before, I can't actually give you a clear answer on when you should upgrade your items and on how much, but Mar21 can actually help you. And that's simply because he is the one who made SF Tools. SF Tools, as you probably know, is a tool about Sex and Fidget. It actually helps you quite a lot. And over here you can see blacksmith upgrades. So over here you actually put what item you have, if it's a normal with 1 or 2 attributes, and if it's an epic with 3 or 5. So in my case, I have items with 3 attributes and they have around 300 stats each. So as you can see over here, it basically tells you how much resources you need. Over here it shows you how much you can reclaim from these resources, so basically if you sell the item or if you dismantle it. And over here it shows you how much you lost. Also next to these values it also shows the total. For example, if we go to 10 over here, you can see how much you actually had to spend in total to get to level 10, and how much is reclaimable in total and how much is lost in total. I would always recommend, whether you are like level 90 or level 300, to always go with 2 upgrades. Although if you are in the higher levels of the early game, you might also want to go ahead and upgrade it to 4 or 5 times. And I actually might do that right now, upgrade my items to 4, because as you can see over here, you lose a total of 35 arcane splinters per item, which means you basically have 10 items. If you are a major scout, you have 9, but your weapons actually cost twice as much to upgrade, so it's basically 10. So if I upgrade all my items right now to level 4, I will only lose 350 arcane splinters. So I will actually do that right now, even though some of my items are pretty outdated and they don't have a socket, just for this video. As you can see, I upgraded it and it put most of the crystals that I spent over here in the sell value. So I will do that for everything else as well. And yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend upgrading your items to level 4, but yeah, you can see the values that you lose over here and you can judge by yourself at which level you should stop. But make sure to not overdo it, and that will depend on how often you actually switch items. Like if you are in the late game, you might as well just upgrade them as much as you can. But if you are in the early game, you should probably stick with 2 upgrades since you will be switching items very often. But yeah, anyways, that's basically it for this video. Unfortunately, you might not have received the answer that you wanted to, but that's really the only way I could help you with your upgrades on items. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and like for more, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye!